Let me remind you that saying I don't know is not a third option for the existence of the universe. At this point, when the atheist realizes that both of his options are irrational, illogical, and incorrect, oftentimes they will try to back out of the equation by saying they don't know which acronym they fall under. Here, we need to remind them that saying I don't know is fine, but it still doesn't help them escape from the error of their position. The truth is, atheists have only two options for the origin of the universe, and saying I don't know does not magically present them with a new option. One must remember here that we're talking about options for the origin of the universe. Unless they can explain, demonstrate, or prove how the words I don't know could have been responsible for creating or somehow causing our universe's existence, then they have failed to show how it is a new third option. Let's touch on a few examples. Imagine hypothetically that you and your wife wanted to go out to dinner. Unfortunately, the restaurant you picked only has gasoline and bleach for beverage options. After sitting down and informed of this, you choose not to drink either. Does not choosing to drink either mean that the restaurant has a new third beverage option? No. The restaurant still only has two choices for beverage, regardless of if you cannot decide on which one to drink or choose not to drink either. The only way to get more beverage options is to leave the establishment and go elsewhere. Similarly, T doesn't say that the atheist has to pick either option, STE or SCPN. Rather, it simply asserts choosing the atheistic position, choosing that restaurant, for example, leaves them with only two options. The choice they did make was to be an atheist, and that was their error. The same way choosing this restaurant is an error if you want to have drinks. Next, imagine you have a giant jar of coins. You don't know how many coins are in the jar, but it's true that there's either an even or an odd amount. Saying you don't know how many coins are in the jar doesn't change the fact that there are still only two options. Number 3, imagine I showed you that there were only 2 shirts hanging in my closet. You then argue that there are more shirts in my closet than the 2 that I'm showing you. So, I ask you to prove it. You then make the claim that you can prove a third shirt exists by saying the words, I don't know. You see how ridiculous this sounds? Besides being obviously absurd, the words I don't know in no way prove there were more shirts in my closet than the 2 that were shown to you. The fact is, if you have 2 choices, saying I don't know does not create a third choice. If you have 5 choices, saying I don't know does not create a 6th choice. If you have 100 choices, saying I don't know does not create another one. Furthermore, we must remember that we're talking about presenting options for the existence of the universe. Words such as I don't know and numbers like the number 6 are immaterial and cannot create or produce anything material or physical. So logically, on their own, they are not options for the existence of the universe. And if you think that the words I don't know could be responsible for the existence of our universe, then prove it. If you refuse, then you have not proven your claim, only suggested it.